Hey y'all, Gina Brown again from HMS. I am completing the Growing with Canvas course. So I'm going to walk through one of my assignments and how I use the speed grader and the rubric. So where I'm from poem, my kids write a poem at the start of the year so I can learn a little more about them. So I created an assignment, I linked in my poem, I added some media, a picture of me from middle school, and then I have the rubric on this document, but then I also went and put the rubric down here as well. I chose the comment one, so I'm able to leave comments here rather than picking the 3-2-1 fashion of the rubric. So let me log in as a student and I will show you how I graded my sample one. So if I go to home and then hit student view, I'm able to access my grade for this. So I can either go to assignments or I can go to my module, so I'll try this, and then go to the Where I'm From poem. Or it's also on the side panel on my to-do list, but since I already accessed it, it was gone. So if you see right here, this is the rubric and the assignment, and then I have already submitted this assignment. So let's see my rubric evaluation right here, view rubric evaluation. So this is how I graded my sample students rubric. So I left comments, awesome, love this, well written, and I saved those comments to my comment bank as well. Notice how I did not go in and put the point values. So let me do that right now. So I'm gonna leave the student view, and I am going to go to assignment, so that way I can give point values. So I'm gonna click on Where I'm From poem again, and I have 1 out of 1 submission and it's been graded. So I wanna see if I am able to access that again. So speed grader. And here it is. So I just posted my original poem again, but if I was a student, just pretend that it's the poem that they wrote. So now I'm able to go here and I'm going to click View Rubric. So that way I can add point values. So notice these 3 dots. Now I can pull this over so I have plenty of room. Up here I have all my saved comments. So let's give full credit for each of these. But actually, let's say that I only had 3 stanzas. So I'm going to give 30 points, and I'm going to write only 3 stanzas, though. And I'm going to save this comment for later use. Now I'm going to give my full 20 points, but technically if they only had 3 stanzas, then they only had 9 sentences, and I think I did about 2 points per sentence. So let me say 2, 4, 6, so minus 6, so I'll do 14 points. I loved the details and gave some really good background. So there we go, and I'm going to save this. Notice how I put an overall comment as well. And then I saved it, and I'm gonna hit submit again, so that way it updates that they had an 84, because notice how before it said zeros all the way down. So I think it went and it's good to go because it says 84 out of 100 points. So I'm gonna hit this icon here to go back to where I was to exit speed grader. And I wanna check this out and see what it looks like in a student view. So I am going to go back to my sandbox using this breadcrumb trail up top. Notice how I had my scores there. Let me go back actually to show you that. So I can use the back button up top to get back to exactly where I was. So my test student earned an 84 out of the Where I'm From poem, and I also graded their quiz, and I have not graded these because they're not complete yet. So it's really great because you can see one student in all of the assignments. So let's check this out in student view to see what the rubric's gonna look like on their end. So I'm on my home screen and I'm gonna hit student view. And this is really great because you are automatically uploaded with a test student. So that really allows you to see Canvas through the lens of a student. So notice how I have my to-do list on the side. Those were those assignments that I hadn't yet seen on that kind of row gradebook that I showed you. And now I am going to go to assignments and I'm gonna see how I did on that poem. But I think I can actually go to grade, so let's check this out. Perfect, here we go. So here's the Where I'm From poem. I can see that I earned an 84. I got a 6 out of 6 on my quiz. So remember, this is in my student view. So if I were a student, this is exactly what I would see. And then if I click open the Where I'm From poem, I can check out my rubric and see exactly how my teacher scored me. So this was the comment that my student or my test student, which was me, left. Here's my poem. And then this was the comment that the teacher left for them. So this is the poem right here that they submitted. So I'm able to still, as a student, see and access my poem, so I can still download it. But I want to see what my grade was. So I see that I have an 84 out of 100, but if I hit show rubric, it shows the rubric that I made for them. So they're able to see exactly how they did with all of my comments and exactly how they got to that grade that they earned. So that's really quick and easy feedback. And if they're able to revise, they can just take this and revise with it. So that was my walkthrough of my assignment that I posted and me using the rubric features and the speed grader to grade that. Thank y'all. Talk to you later.